My name's Patrick, and I am an alcoholic. I'm 70 years old. I come from Irish stock, born and raised in New England. I've been sober 23 years now. Still go to the Friday night men's meeting. I sponsor guys. I answer the phone when they call. These days, I talk more about what it's been like sober than all the crazy drunk stories. That's where the good stuff lives. And this is my story. I didn't finish high school, got a job with the electric company early, doing line work. That became my life. Storms, long hours, buckets in the air. We worked hard and drank harder. It was just what we did. But my drinking started way before that. I had my first beer at 14. Warm and nasty, but it did something to me. I felt like I mattered, like I wasn't scared all the time. See, I come from a long line of drinkers, but my old man, he was the worst of them. A real old school drunk, mean as hell, always had a chew in his jaw and a bottle close by. You could smell the tobacco and booze on him before he even stepped into the house. His voice was like gravel and his temper was worse. He didn't need a reason to blow up. If dinner was cold, or the TV was too loud, or someone looked at him the wrong way, that was enough. He'd slam doors, break plates, curse at my mom, and scare the hell out of all of us. My mom flinched every time someone dropped a spoon. She was always on edge. We all were. Holidays were the worst. While other families were laughing over turkey or singing carols, we were bracing for impact. He'd be half lit before the food hit the table. Say something ugly. Start yelling. Sometimes he'd leave in the middle of dinner and come back even drunker. I remember one Christmas, he kicked the whole damn tree over. Said the blinking lights were mocking him. That's the kind of man he was. He hid bottles everywhere. We found him behind couch cushions, in his boots, under the porch, even in bag of dog food once. We'd dump him, hoping maybe it would stop him. It didn't. He always had another stash. There was no stopping him when he wanted to drink. And he always wanted to drink. I never understood his anger. He'd pace the house like a caged dog, talking to himself, grumbling about how the world screwed him. Said we were ungrateful. Said nobody respected him. I remember sitting on the stairs, just watching him, wondering what broke inside him to make him like that. And through all that, I kept telling myself, not me. I'm not like him. I said it over and over, but I was just a kid. What did I know? Then came that day. It was July, hot as hell. Sun beaten down. He was sitting out on the front porch, shirt half open, sweat pouring off him, waving a fifth of vodka in the air, like it was something to be proud of. He was slurring, rambling, talking loud enough for the whole block to hear. Family started showing up, neighbours too. It wasn't planned, but it turned into something like an intervention. People were crying, pleading, telling him he was killing himself, that he was breaking everyone around him, that he needed help. He looked around, wobbled to his feet, raised that bottle in the air and shouted, "I'm going to drink until I die." And he meant it. He took one more chug, sat back down, leaned his head back, and that was it. He collapsed right there on the porch. We called 911, tried CPR. Nothing worked. The booze finally did what it always promised to. Took him. He died just like he lived, loud, stubborn, drunk, and proud of it. I was 19 at the time, young and dumb. But even then, I knew what I'd just seen. I remember thinking, that's where this road ends. I told myself right there, I'll never be like him. But I was, just didn't see it yet. I got married young. Maureen, best woman I've ever known. We had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I loved them. I did. But I didn't know how to show it. I drank too much, yelled too much, hit walls, broke furniture. And yeah, I hit her. Not proud of it. Not once. Not ever. But it happened, and she stayed. I don't know why. She had every right to leave me. The last straw for the kids was Christmas Eve. I'd been drinking since morning. Dinner was on the table. My daughter made a comment. I snapped. Maureen told me to cool it. I stood up, yelled, slapped her face. Right there at the table. My son jumped up, stood between us. My daughter was crying. Maureen didn't say a word. The kids left that night, didn't even look back. I didn't stop drinking. I poured another glass, told myself they were overreacting, said to myself, I'm not like my old man. But I was. I just couldn't see it yet. Maureen stayed. I don't know why. Habit, maybe? Hope? Maybe she saw something in me I couldn't. But the kids, they were done. They were already in their 20s, living on their own, trying to build lives that didn't look like mine. After that Christmas, they stopped calling. Didn't answer when I did. No more birthday cards, no more visits. Future holidays, they had them at their own homes. I wasn't invited. Maureen would go see them sometimes. Bring back pictures. I missed the birth of my first grandchild. I'd act like I didn't care, but it tore me up inside. I was the guy who scared his own family away, same as my old man, and I still wouldn't admit it. Then came the job. Big snowstorm knocked half the state out. I showed up to the site drunk, slurred my way through the briefing, tried to climb and dropped a live wire, could have killed a guy. That was it. Union rep gave me a choice, get help or get gone. Maureen didn't say a word. She just pointed to her suitcase by the door and said, you let me know if you're going to live or die like your old man. That night, I walked into my first AA meeting. Still smelled like whiskey. Didn't say a word. Just sat there and listened. I didn't want to stop drinking. I just didn't want to die. Somehow I thought AA could help me control my drinking better. I went to 90 meetings in 90 days. Rain, snow, didn't matter. I sat there and took it all in. Some things made sense, some didn't. But I stayed. I knew if I walked out, I wasn't coming back. I got a sponsor around day 40. He was this old Marine. Didn't take crap from nobody. Told me, I'll work with you if you shut up and do what I say. I said, okay. I didn't have anything else left. He made me read the big book. Told me to write stuff down. Took me through the steps. I didn't even know what half the words meant. But I did it anyway. Because for the first time in my life, I wasn't lying to myself. Steps 4 and 5. That was brutal. Writing down everything I'd done, everyone I'd hurt. Seeing it all there in black and white. My rage, my drinking. The way I treated Maureen and the kids. I cried. First time I'd cried in years. Sponsor said that was a good sign. Making amends was next. I didn't know how to face them, but I knew I had to. I sat down with Maureen first. We were sitting at the kitchen table. I could barely look her in the eye. I told her I was sorry. Not just for the yelling and the drinking, but for the hitting. For all the years she was scared of me. I told her she had every right to leave me. She reached across the table, took my hand, and said, "You're not that man anymore." That's when I knew I had to face the kids. I called my daughter first. She didn't pick up. I left a message, then another. I told her I was sober now and needed to make things right. Finally, she agreed to meet me. Public place. Her terms. We sat on a bench at the park. I hadn't seen her in a year. She was cold at first. Distant. I didn't blame her. I told her I wasn't there to fix the past. I was just there to own it. I told her I remembered that Christmas. How she cried when I hit her mother. How I ruined what should have been a peaceful night. I said I was sorry. Truly sorry. that I hadn't been the father she needed. I told her, I can't change what I did, but I can be better today, and tomorrow, and every day after. She didn't say much, just nodded. But when she stood up to leave, she hugged me. That hug cracked something open inside me. I cried all the way home. My son was tougher. He made me wait months before he'd even talk to me. Finally, he agreed to meet. We sat in a park. He came in with his arms crossed and jaw tight. All business. I told him I respected his boundaries, that I wasn't there to make excuses. I said, I scared you. I hurt your mother. I made you grow up too fast, and I gave you every reason not to trust me. He didn't cry. He didn't yell. He just stared at me and asked, what are you doing different now? I told him about the meetings, about the steps, about my sponsor, about how I hadn't had a drink in over a year, about how I was trying every day to be better. He nodded. Then he said, I'm not ready to trust you yet. I told him, that's fair. I'll be here when you are. Took another 2 years before we were close again. But we got there. Making those amends wasn't a one-time thing. It still isn't. It's not about words. It's about actions. Every time I show up sober. Every time I call just to say I love you. Every time I keep my word. That's how I make amends. AA gave me the tools. God gave me the strength. My family gave me the second chance. And I don't take a damn bit of it for granted. These days, I live quiet. I sit on the porch, drink coffee with Maureen, go to meetings, take calls, sponsor men, still pick up every time. I still go to my Friday night mains group, every week, rain or shine. People ask me why. 25 years sober, what do I still need a meeting for? Simple. Because I don't ever want to forget what I was like. And because there's always someone in the room who needs to hear from an old-timer. Someone who's been through it. Someone who didn't die from it. I sponsor a bunch of younger guys, angry, lost, trying to act tough when they're really just scared. I don't try to be their therapist. I just tell them the truth. I listen. I show up. Maybe part of me is still trying to be a better father. I can't undo what I did to my kids, but I can be the kind of man now that they and others can count on. I can be the guy I wish I had when I was 25 and drinking myself stupid. That's what keeps me grounded. Not just staying sober, but helping someone else stay sober too. I've got grandkids now, even a great-granddaughter. She calls me Grampy Patch. She only knows the sober man. That's the gift. That's the miracle. But I still remember what it was like to be left out. All those years, holidays with an empty chair and no phone calls, knowing they were eating, laughing, opening presents, and I wasn't even a thought. That's the cost of what I did. It makes the reconnecting sweeter, sure, but the pain never fully leaves. It just changes shape. That's why I make living amends. Not just saying I'm sorry, but showing up, being steady, being safe, being quiet when I used to be loud. I used to be wired to drink. Now I'm powered by sobriety. If you're listening to this thinking it's too late for you, it's not. I was a violent drunk. I scared everyone I loved. And I still got a second chance. Show up, shut up, listen. Don't pick up the first drink. It's not easy, but it's worth it. It's a damn good life.